Hey, good morning. It's a beautiful Sunday, beautiful Wednesday morning. Get my days mixed up. Wednesday morning here in the South Jersey Sports Guys with you. Jeff Muller here. Martin Callion not able to join me this morning, but we'll get together soon. And it's an early morning. It's just after 8 o'clock here, and I'm glad you could spend a couple of minutes with me here. A couple topics on the table this morning. Of course, probably the big issue tonight is the Knicks are back at the Garden for game 4, and we're going to delve into that just a little bit. I heard a lot of stuff, and I heard the great Stephen A. Smith last night on an interview with Bill O'Reilly talk about the curse of Donald Trump. Well, let me tell you, Donald Trump had nothing to do with the Knicks losing. Yes, there was a lot of commotion around the Garden. There was a lot of there was more commotion than normal. Procedures had to be taken. You have the President of the United States coming in. Of course, you're going to have things different going on. But Donald Trump had nothing to do with the Knicks losing last night. There was not, people talk about the curse of Trump coming into the Garden the other 2 nights ago, but that had nothing to do with the Knicks loss. The fact is, Karl Anthony Towns didn't have the game that he had the past couple of games for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges had picked up 2 quick fouls, wasn't effective the rest of the night, had 2 points, and Towns could not control Wemby when Wemby had the game of the series. Okay. And like I had mentioned in these previous broadcasts, the pressure now is on the Knicks. It's not on the Spurs. The Spurs played loose. They didn't show any signs of tightness, any signs of nervousness. They didn't collapse like everybody thought they would collapse coming into the Garden. And now they put the Knicks in a difficult type of situation. Now the Knicks have to deliver that knockout punch. Okay, they got to come out tonight, Wednesday night, and deliver the knockout punch. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Trump at the Garden, I saw reviews that he was booed vehemently. I thought it was kind of mixed. I heard some cheers in there. I saw him do the salute. He was doing the salute to the flag. He wasn't doing the salute like people thought he was doing. Okay. But it's who cares if Trump was there or not? Okay. The Knicks lost the game. The Knicks were not the better team Monday night. The Spurs were the better team. Should you be surprised? No, because the Spurs were 2-1 favorites coming into this series. Okay. They won 62 games during the year, had a tremendous year. They're a nice young club. Wemby is going to be the player who's going to be the generational player. He's going to be the next Michael Jordan. He's going to be the next LeBron. He's going to be the focal point of the league. Okay. But as far as Trump being there, don't go that route. I mean, I know Stephen A. was trying to get doing his shtick and, trying to make a point that Trump was the reason that the Knicks lost, and Trump threw a wrench into the whole Knicks season at that point. No, the Spurs came out strong. They stayed in the game. They didn't back down. They got a tremendous performance from Stephon Castle. They had 5 guys. Their starting 5 all were in double figures. Okay. That was the difference in the game. Okay. It wasn't the fact that Trump was there. So the Knicks have to come out tonight. They got to deliver that knockout punch early. They got to take control of the game. And, it was for the Knicks to keep that streak going. Think about it. Knicks to keep that streak going of 13 straight. That's a pretty monumental task. They hadn't lost a game in 46 days. Okay. 13 straight wins in today's sports world is monumental. Okay. Just to go out there and defeat somebody is a huge task on any given night. And you've seen how physical this series is. This is a physical series, and it will be a physical series. Okay. It will continue to be a physical series. It's very difficult to win a game in this series. So again, the Knicks have to take control of the game tonight. They have to do their best to try to shut down Wemby. If Wemby has another game like he did the other night, we have likely a 7-game series. Right now, I shifted my prediction to go to the Knicks in 6. I was one of the ones who was lured into that whole Knicks are going to sweep. All right. But again, let's not get into Donald Trump and say Donald Trump had a curse on the Knicks here. Okay. I personally, I never like to have sports and politics mix. It's not a good mix. It's a deadly mix. People who talk sports and politics, it just doesn't work. All right. The Knicks came out. The Knicks did not have their game. They couldn't mount the comeback, and you can't rely on mounting those comebacks every single game. You can't. You know that? So see what happens tonight. Tonight is the pivotal game of the series. This will be the pivotal game of the series. If the Spurs win, you have a series either way. But if the Spurs win, it's going to be a great 3-game stretch coming down. If the Knicks win tonight, they take the 3-1 lead. It's going to be a must-watch on Saturday night in San Antonio. If San Antonio can defend their home turf there. Okay. A couple other things. Spencer Jones hit his first home run last night. He's hitting .278 for the Yanks. The Yanks are 3-4 without Aaron Judge. Are you a little bit surprised that the talk hasn't that the panic mode hasn't set into the Yankees yet without Aaron Judge? I know the Knicks have taken over the whole gamut as far as the sports talk around New York, but Aaron Judge missing hasn't been a catastrophe for the Yankees. They're 3-4 without him. They have the type of lineup, they have the type of depth there that they can continue to play without Judge. So let's see what happens in July. See if Brian Cashman has to pull the trigger here to get another bat in if Judge's condition worsens. But he's going to be back, say, in early August, mid-August. They're getting Clark Schmidt back, by the way, during that same time. I think the Yankees are fine. Ben Rice is having an MVP type year. Spencer Jones continues to hit, and Bellinger is hitting. They have that lineup. Paul Goldschmidt, team MVP. What a pickup that was to re-sign this guy. People were wondering why the Yankees re-signing Paul Goldschmidt. Why they continue to bring in these older players. He's been a savior for this team this year. So Yankee fans, don't panic. Knicks fans, don't panic. It's not over for the Knicks. But I was just, when you think back, this final thought here about the Knicks, when you think back, everybody was convinced that Monday night's game was going to be a win. And now, just realize how much talk has been generated about the Knicks. How much talk was generated yesterday? We had the weekend, everything was Knicks are going to sweep. Knicks are going to win their first title in 53 years. It's going to be a great week in New York. They're going to win Monday. They're going to win Wednesday. The parade's going to be Friday. The town's going to erupt. The city's going to erupt. How much talk was there about the Knicks yesterday? I didn't really hear that much talk about the Knicks yesterday. Okay. And again, I think that might benefit the Knicks, because they have to come in tonight. They have to jump out early, and they have to maintain control. I'm not telling you anything new. I'm not telling you anything that anybody else wouldn't say. But it's just they have to get out and deliver the knockout punch and shut down Wemby early. Okay. Final thought about the Mets. Freddie Peralta. How does he look? Got lit up by the Cardinals yesterday. Okay. It's another move that you can jump on David Stearns about not making the right moves. And Peralta reportedly is seeking the kind of money that Max Fried got from the Yankees. Good luck with that. Peralta is an adequate pitcher at best right now. Yeah, give him time. See what he does the second half of the season. Remember, he played in that small market Brewers. With the small market Brewers, he's in New York. Things are a lot different here. Okay, it's a lot different. It's a lot different market. But the Mets have shown some spunk. I like the young players. Christian Scott has come out of nowhere. Is having a nice season for them, and the younger players, Ewing and Benj, they're going to be here for a while. So Knicks fans, tonight's the crucial game. Knicks have to jump out early. Forget all the nonsense about Trump and the curse of Trump. The Knicks just had a bad game. They have to come back early. Okay. Like I said, it's hard to keep a winning streak going. And you knew in the back of your mind, New York fans, you knew this could possibly end Monday night. All right. We'll see what happens tonight. Tonight's the crucial game. It should be a great game at the Garden. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I think it's going to be a close game. The Knicks have only lost their 2 games in this run by combined six points. So it's going to be a battle, a hand-to-hand combat battle tonight. See the same kind of game. The refereeing, people want to talk about the refereeing. Yes, the numbers do not look good. And I think the refs, I don't know if you're going to see any change with the refs. I think you're going to see basically the same type of game. And another thing, I respect Joe Beningo a lot. I like to listen to Joe, but Joe was saying that the league has it in for the Knicks, and I don't know. You kind of wonder that when you watch the game, and you kind of wonder, do the Knicks want the Spurs? Does the league want the Spurs to win? Okay. Or does the league want this to go 7 games? I don't know. That's a tough call. That's really a tough call. We'll see what happens tonight, guys. Thanks for joining. Enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, I got a beautiful day here in the South. Hopefully it's the same up north. And we'll talk to you tomorrow after a Knicks or Spurs win. Have a great day. See you.